Well, good morning, everyone. It's KOIN 6 meteorologist Kelley Bayern here in the KOIN Now digital booth, just giving you a forecast update with the heat that's on the way today. Yeah, we're expecting to spike into the 90s. That is certainly possible here in Portland today. Otherwise, the upper 80s. Just going to feel real hot out there as we head into the afternoon, and likely fast warm up too by lunchtime. You'll be wanting to find some shade and sipping on some cold drinks throughout the day today. So we have a live look outside of Portland too. We are already seeing some gorgeous skies out there. We're seeing blue skies now and lots of sunshine as we kick off our morning. So it's going to heat up fast heading into today. Again, our weather topics, we are briefly hot just for today. The good news about this heat up is it's not a heat wave. We're not expecting prolonged heat or days in the 90s or triple digits. It's going to be one day where we might heat up into the upper 80s and low 90s, which is unseasonable for this time of the year. And then we're much cooler going into tomorrow and beyond. Also, the reason for the drastic change or the weather whiplash will be a cold front that might bring in a chance for some rainfall by Wednesday. So we go from hot, summery today to much cooler and rainy fall weather by tomorrow. Big time changes in just 24 hours. And then we kind of see temperatures sitting in the 70s the rest of the week here. So some beautiful days ahead for us as we work our way towards the end of the week. Now, take a look at the satellite and radar. One part of the recipe for this heat is this big ridge of high pressure that has set up over the region. That is a pattern that tends to block out any weather systems. You can see that jet stream kind of arching right over our area to the north and pushing in a big system out in areas of Canada. Now, we will see the tail end of the front of that system working in on Wednesday. So eventually this ridge of high pressure will break down and will bring back some rain. That likely arrives tomorrow for some wet weather, but until then, this high pressure has set up and will help us heat up into the 90s, possibly heading into the afternoon today. We also have something called a thermal trough. That's just really hot air at the surface that's been pushing north up the west coast. That again is going to help temperatures rise into the 90s as well. So take a look at our futurecast and you'll notice temperatures. This model specifically is one of a few that push Portland into the low 90s this afternoon. Notice some of the surrounding neighborhoods like out to Hillsborough. Portions of Clark County might only hit the mid 80s to upper 80s. So the 90s today might happen, and if it does, it will be just for like a brief hour or so into the afternoon. We're mainly going to sit in the upper 80s. Some cities around the metro area might not even touch the 90s today, but I do think Portland will, just due to a very light offshore wind, and again, this thermal trough that could send us into the low 90s. But again, it's going to feel hot regardless of where we end up. The upper 80s or low 90s. It is still going to be a scorching afternoon. So take those breaks outside, drink plenty of water if you are a worker outside. Again, make sure that you give yourself some time in some cooler temperatures to cool down as we hit the upper 80s to low 90s today. Now going into the rest of the evening, we will start to work back into the 70s by the later evening and likely after sunset. Still a warm finish to tonight in the 70s. So just a great evening to sit out on the patio, watch that sunset tonight with that warm finish to the evening time. We get to tomorrow morning, likely back in the 60s, and we'll possibly see some clouds back in the mix. That marine layer, those winds coming in from the ocean, pushing in big time cloud cover. So much cooler tomorrow morning and back under those clouds. Now, to take a look at our temperature whiplash, we are expecting to see a fall in our daytime highs from today through tomorrow, going about 21 degrees. So that difference from today's highs to tomorrow's highs, a full 21 degrees, which is not a record. The record temperature swing from day to day in September is 28 degrees. And that happened, I believe, in the 40s when we saw one day in September go from the low 90s to the 60s. So the 90s to the 70s tomorrow will be about a 20-degree drop in temperatures or daytime highs. So drastic changes coming for us as we head into the rest of the week. The good news is we will sit in the 70s, which is so pleasant. at this point in the year and as we wrap up our September. So great days ahead after today's heat and tomorrow's rain to get back outside. So don't you worry. There will be some great moments for outdoor activities again. Now, take a look at today's forecast for the coast. We're back in the low to mid 70s. We'll likely burn off some of this fog out there as we hit the later morning or the early afternoon. Winds are coming in from the northwest. So again, I do think the clouds will burn off as we head our way into our day. In the mid 70s will feel quite nice for some spots around the coastline. So enjoy that later today. In Portland today, going with 91 degrees. I think, again, there's a chance that Portland hits anywhere from 88 degrees to about 93 today. But having to pick one number, I went with 91. That feels about right. So, again, we'll see just a warm afternoon, really feeling that heat right around lunchtime throughout the rest of the afternoon. So be ready for it. Great day to get some outdoor activities done, take breaks from the heat, but with all the sunshine, it's going to feel like a hot summery day here in the valley. McMinnville, upper 80s, Salem likely around 92, also feeling some heat. Unlikely we break any record highs today in Portland. That record at 96 degrees set back in 1974. So yeah, we'll hit the 90s and it will feel hot, but this is just one day of heat. So I think we can all handle it. There are no winter weather alerts, or heat alerts in place heading into today. So here's your futurecast. We're looking at rain. That is why these temperatures are so drastically going to fall tomorrow. There's the cold front that is offshore. Again, it's going to shift into the coastline first, likely in the morning time tomorrow that moisture arrives. You can see the edge of that front hitting the coastline as we get to about 9 o'clock or so tomorrow morning. And there is still time for the timing of this rain to adjust a little bit, but it does look like it will start to rain sometime tomorrow morning for the coast. And that happens first. Some more moderate showers shifting in. Then the bulk of the front moves into Portland, and we'll see some scattered showers that could be heavy by 11 o'clock in the morning to about midday. So we'll keep our eyes on the timing of this system, but that cold front shifting in, bringing us those rainy moments through the afternoon tomorrow. We're still under rain showers. The system does look like a quick one. So as we head towards the evening, maybe 6 p.m., and beyond, we're fairly dry in Portland. Maybe those showers are lingering east of the valley, east of I-5 in the foothills of Clackamas County and the Cascades. So really the bulk of this rain is going to come in like a 6-hour window from the late morning through the early evening. And we could see maybe around 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. Here's a peek at 2 different models that do show different amounts for tomorrow. But likely anywhere from about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall just in the span of about 6 hours. So these showers could be quite heavy at times, maybe a soggy afternoon for us tomorrow with much cooler temperatures. So it'll be a drastic change from today's heat hitting the 90s with dry weather and lots of sunshine. So get ready for just weather whiplash this week. Really a big roller coaster of temperature changes and conditions with the sun and the dry weather and then rainfall heading into tomorrow. Now, the good news is this rain is also pretty brief. We just have one day of wet weather that is tomorrow before we're mainly dry again over this coming weekend. Our next chances for rain after tomorrow might be Thursday night to Friday morning. Another weak system rolls in and maybe some light showers, but really low impact rain, and that timing looks to be overnight into Friday morning. So a lot of us will be in bed sleeping. So great weather again. Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday this weekend, just gorgeous fall conditions to get outside. And I do think a lot of the pumpkin patches are now offering pumpkin picking this weekend. So should be a fantastic weekend to get outside and get into all of those outdoor activities with this beautiful weather. We'll hover in the 70s and again, keep some dry conditions. Current fall foliage, just got this update a couple days ago, or I believe yesterday, and we still have some green areas in Portland. But that again will continue to change these next few weeks. You'll start to notice more and more color. Already some areas with low color. I'm out in southeast Portland and there are some gorgeous trees already out there that are popping in just the sunshine, some yellows and oranges. So be on the lookout now. Low color still in the Portland metro area and much of western Oregon, but we're starting to see those changes. And through mid-October, even into early November, we'll see some great colors in our leaves around Portland and the valley. So here's a peek at your 7-day forecast. Again, we are expecting to see some hot temperatures today, but that's just for one day. We then move under a much cooler, more pleasant pattern here. Temperatures moderating in the 70s for us, which is just about normal. Normal highs right now should be around 74 degrees in Portland. So we're about there as we head into tomorrow and this coming weekend. Again, after tomorrow afternoon's rain, we're mainly dry, aside from maybe Friday morning. The weekend is going to be gorgeous, and we even might bump back into the 80s by Monday. So get excited. This is just some fantastic September weather for us here in Portland for outdoor activities. Not much excessive heat, maybe outside of today, and not much rainfall either. We're still in a drought here in the state of Oregon, and we're seeing below normal rain at this point in September. So take advantage of this weather right now. October is always a wild card. We start to introduce more rain. It's the start of the rainy season, more windstorm chances, and just stormier weather altogether. So beautiful now. Get outside and enjoy it, and I'll catch you in the next live stream. So thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm meteorologist Kelley Bayern in the KOIN 6 Weather Center. And today we've got our Josh Kozart at noon and Natasha Stenbach, our chief meteorologist, back this evening. So enjoy the day, be safe in the heat, and I'll catch you next time.